Virgo, what if your career could actually fulfill your soul instead of draining it? In this reading, we are going to be uncovering your core strength, your deepest motivator, and the impact you are here to make so you can align your work, money, and wealth with your true purpose. Hi, Virgo. I'm Heather. This is Dogstar Astrology and Tarot. Welcome to the pack. Today's tarot reading is about purpose, specifically how your career, your money, and your wealth connect to your soul's mission. This reading is for those of you who know you were meant for more meaning, more alignment, and more fulfillment in the work that you do and the abundance that you create. We are going to be working with several cards, but the first three are the key cards because I'm going to encourage you to stay until the very end and write down your own purpose statement using those three cards, which represent your core strength, your key motivator or motivating value, and your ideal impact. This is about aligning your ambition with your intuition and stepping into purpose-driven success. So take a breath, set an intention, and let's see what the cards reveal. Virgo, one more shuffle before we get started here. Okay. Oh, there we go. I'm just making sure that I can see the cards in the other camera. Okay. Okay. Okay, so Virgo, this first card here represents your core strength. So what skill, trait, or gift do you consistently bring to your work or service? And you have the Seven of Swords. Now, I'm reading these cards a little bit differently because of the type of reading this is. It's a power path reading. So normally you would read the Seven of Swords as a card of theft, betrayal, right? Secrets, someone backstabbing you. But this is about you and this is your core strength. So it's your core strength is to be able to keep information confidential, keep it secret, keep it hidden. And so that really is your strength. Also, to be able to pick up on things like the gossip and the things that are going on around you, but to hold it in and hang on to it versus adding to that. So you have that ability. That really is your strength. Is this integrity and this confidentiality is what you have as your core strength and what you bring to work and how you show up. Your next card here, this represents your motivating value. So it's what value or principle drives you to contribute and show up. And you have the Seven of Coins. And this is a card of assessment. So what drives you, what motivates you is to be able to look at things, whether or not it's processes, the way people do things. It can be anything, but you like to look at things, really analyze them, figure out how they work, and then how can you refine them and make them better, right? So this is something that really motivates you is fine tuning and tweaking things that are in place and making them better, improving, always improving. Now, your ideal impact. What kind of impact, change, or result do you feel called to create in this world? You want to shake things up. You don't want things to be by the status quo. You want, because you got the tower here, right? You want to shake things up. You don't want things to just be the norm. You want to look at how you can improve things and make things better. And if it ruffles a few feathers, then it ruffles a few feathers. And to be damned with those people, right? And that really is your ideal impact and what you want to create. If it's going to improve and make things more efficient, um, you're okay with rocking that boat. And that's what I have for you there. Now, in your current role, so this is how your current job, project, or study, if you are in school, your study path is reflecting or misaligning with your purpose. And you have the sun here. So what I see here is I see the sun here as a leadership role. So whether or not you actually are a manager may or may not be, but this is, if you're misaligned, then this is because you are not in that position of authority. If it is aligning with your purpose, then that is showing that you are in a position of authority. And being in a position of authority doesn't necessarily mean that you are a boss. It just means that you have control over something. So, for example, if you were doing, I'm trying to think of what it's called. My mind's drawn a blank. Quality control, right? You might not be managing people, but you are in control of things because you are assessing whether or not, things are up to a certain standard or not. So what your results will impact other people and their job. So that is what I mean by being a leader too. It's not necessarily being a boss. So if you're not aligned, you need to align with that where you have control over what it is that you do in some kind of a way. And then with your purpose pulse, so this is where your energy is most alive and aligned right now. And you have the Knight of Coins. And this is about stability, creating stability, but like in your life. So for some of you, this is your where you are most alive and aligned right now is making money. And there's no shame in that. There's no guilt in that. That's how we live. And we need money to survive and to buy things and to have a life of comfort. So for many of you, this is about, chasing the dollar and going after the dollar. And that's what really makes you feel alive is making an income that you feel that you are worthy of and that you deserve, and then also being able to save up money as well. Also, hard work. That's another area where you're feeling alive and aligned, is being able to do something that has meaning and value with this Knight of Coins here. Your growth edge, what skill, mindset, or habit will help you grow into your next level of purpose? You have faith in traditional decks. This is the Hierophant. So this tells me that traditional learning. So you might be looking at or thinking of the next to level up, taking some classes, some courses, mentoring underneath someone that is considered like a guru or master in some area of knowledge that you're seeking would be a good thing. But also with this particular deck, it's faith and having faith in yourself and trusting yourself and trusting your choices and decisions. That's going to help you as well. In your support system, you have the Seven of Cups. So the Seven of Cups as a support system, I do want to pull a clarifier for this. So this is people, tools, and structures that help you stay grounded. This being here, this is saying that there's all kinds of opportunities, and that's why I want to pull a little bit more like what is it specifically, if we can get something. And you have the King of Coins. Okay, so there's an opportunity for you to align with someone else or have someone, there's a person around you that can help you to stay grounded and focused. This person is very practical. They're very prudent. They're very hardworking. They're good with money, good with resources, and they're very a slow and steady wins the race kind of energy. They don't think that anything should be rushed. You do everything the right way. And that is the person that is around you that can help you and support you. Then we move into your next action, and this is what practical step can you take this month to live your purpose more fully. And you have justice. So this is about balance and fairness. And yeah, so it's about balancing your life. So the next practical step that you can take this month to live your purpose more fully is making sure that you have that work-life balance happening in your life. And because that's going to really help you if you are not feeling like you are connected with your purpose, if you're not feeling like what you do in your career and work is really, it's you're just in a job and it doesn't feel like it has any kind of deeper connection. Having that work-life balance is going to help you find where your passions lie if you need to find those, and then move into that direction. And then finally, we have your legacy vision. So this is what long-term contribution or career path feels most aligned with your soul's mission. And you have the Eight of Wands. This is about action and communication. So it's what you feel aligned with is doing something that has meaning and purpose because it's action based. It's taking action, but also communicating. So again, I really feel like this refinement of structures, processes, and things like that is something that is really in alignment with who you are, because you'd be communicating that out to people, showing them how to do an action that is more efficient. It doesn't necessarily mean to need to be like a to-do list. It can be some other kind of physical process as well. So that is what I have for you. Virgo, before you go, take a moment to reflect on those first three cards from this reading and write your purpose statement, your core strength, your motivating value, and the impact you are here to make. Let this be something that you can return to when you are making career and money decisions. Purpose isn't something you chase, it is something you align with. Thank you for being here, for running with the pack, and for trusting the process. I'm Heather. This is Dogstar Astrology and Tarot, and I will see you in the next reading.